Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Pink Sky Tarot. I'm Elle. Special hello to my subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're new here, please come join us. Also be sure to check me out on Instagram as I do daily guidance posts over there that you won't see here. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, just send an email to pinkskytarot@gmail.com and I will send you the information. Yesterday I did a check-in with the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine to see how their energies were separately. So today I am going to give you guys the more detailed reading that I promised and find out what's going on in between them. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, I would give it a quick look because they seem to be on somewhat different pages right now. So finding out what's going on between the Divine Masculine and Feminine and the connection is probably going to be very interesting since they seem to be not, like I said, on the same page right now. From yesterday, it felt like the reading mostly applied to twins that are not currently in communication and have probably been out of communication for a while. And if you are in communication, the communication is not very productive, or it's not about the connection. It's just kind of surface level friendship maybe type communication. Okay. I am going to be using the Tarot of Sexual Magic deck. This is not a sexual reading, but just a warning if you don't like sexy images to maybe close your eyes when I hold the cards up. I like using this deck for twin flames because it shows the masculine and feminine together on most of the cards, since we're checking the energy between the two. Okay, so we are going to start with, we're going to start with Moonology cards, and we're going to get some current energy. So what's the current energy between the twins? All right, so we have conclusions are within reach. If you watched yesterday's video, the same card came up. What's the energy between the twins? Nothing is yet set in stone. I feel like pulling one more. I'm just going to get two, but they're telling me one more. One more, please, for current energy between the twins. Okay. Take time to breathe out. And again, if you watched yesterday's reading, this card also came up. So we're already seeing some really strong consistencies with yesterday's reading and today's reading. Okay, so with the conclusions are within reach and this nothing set in stone, I'm feeling like this is just a reminder for the twins that whatever your situation is, it's not permanent, it's always malleable, things can always change, and whatever you've been working toward is very close. Since yesterday's reading, the masculine and the feminine seem to be working on totally different things. Whatever each of them is working on, it's coming close. And because they are close to their individual goals, it brings them closer together for twin flame union. Okay, so as I've said in my videos many times, when you're working on yourself, improving yourself, and kind of letting the connection be, that's when union comes in, right? So conclusions are within reach and nothing is yet set in stone. And take time to breathe out. This is a reminder for you guys to take care of yourselves, to rest, do some meditating, even heavy breathing or breath work, or if you're in a stressful situation, remove yourself from that moment, take some time to relax yourself, and then return so that you can address whatever issue you're dealing with. You know, you don't want to get yourself too heated or too worked up, right? And again, this feels like whatever they're working on individually, but since this is the energy between them, if there's something about your twin that is triggering to you, make sure you are breathing out and letting that negative energy leave your body is what I'm hearing. Okay, so what is going on with the energy between the twins right now? Letting go. That's what I was just saying. Letting go of negative energies. The biggest message, letting go of the connection. I think for a lot of you, I think they're letting go of each other because as difficult as it is, letting go of each other and the connection actually helps you come into union. Twin flames are so complicated and it's all like energetic, and so letting go can actually help bring you guys together. I also hear letting go of things in their lives that are going to be distractions or unhealthy for the relationship when they come into union. So it's like they're letting go of things in their own lives for each other, is what I'm hearing. All right, let's get one more here. Acceptance. I think that this goes really well with the nothing is yet set in stone card. It's just saying, like, accept the situation as it is right now. Because if you would just accept how it is and what it is for right now and start focusing on other things, then that's when things start to change. You know, you can't force your counterpart to do something. They can't force you to do something. So if you just accept their situation for what it is, that's very healing for you. And I'm also hearing that you are accepting the connection. Especially divine masculines, they will deny the connection, they run, they act like it doesn't exist, or even if they acknowledge that there's a connection between you two, they don't accept that it's at such a deep level. So I feel like this is both of them accepting the connection. And for the feminines, from yesterday's reading, I think they're accepting that the connection exists and that is their person, which actually that came up very strong yesterday. But that they might have to let go of the connection for right now and move forward into something else. Okay, so what do they need to focus on together? And I know this seems strange, especially if you're not in communication, but, well, let's pull some cards and I'll explain more. So what do the twins need to focus on together? The Death card. What do the twins need to focus on together? Two of Pentacles in reverse. And what do the twins need to focus on together? Four of Cups in reverse. Okay. So even if you're not in communication with your twin and you haven't been for a very long time and you're wondering, well, how can you focus on something together if you're not even in communication or if you're just in shallow communication with somebody? This is like energetically. So it's like if a message is being sent to you from the universe that you need to take care of this thing or you need to do something, then it's extremely likely that your divine counterpart is getting the same message, your divine masculine or divine feminine. So if you're being strongly pushed to do something by the universe and they're telling you to focus on it, then it's extremely likely that your divine counterpart is also being told to focus on the same thing or on something that will lead you guys to the same results, okay? So we have this Death card here, and it's all about the transformation. What transformations do you guys still need to undergo in order to come into union with your divine counterpart? For the masculines, it's typically a lot of 3D things that they need to change. But of course, there's always still healing and elevating themselves spiritually and things like that. For the feminines, it's a lot of emotional things that they need to focus on, a lot of emotional transformations. Even for the feminines, it can be 3D things, like maybe the feminine needs to get more financially secure in herself, or she needs to have a better living situation, or maybe even get out of a current relationship, something like that. So it's like the transformations that the both of you need to go through in order to come into union. That's what the universe is saying you need to focus on. And sometimes you can go through these transformations almost simultaneously without even knowing it. So that's really good. All right, so we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and this is, I'm hearing staying focused, is what I'm hearing. So in the upright, Two of Pentacles is wishy-washy, back and forth, juggling, you can't decide. So what I'm hearing with this card is staying focused. What do you need to focus on? Staying focused. Don't let the back and forth thoughts distract you from these transformations and where you need to go, okay? And with this Four of Cups in reverse, it is saying the thing that you're missing is the thing you need to focus on so that it's no longer missing, is what I'm kind of hearing. And I feel like this is outside of the connection. This has nothing to do with your divine counterpart. So it's saying what else in your life is missing that you need to bring in, and focus on that and bring it in, because then that's going to help you with your transformations. That's going to keep you focused on your goals, which these goals are also outside of the connection, and help bring those things that are missing in so that you can move forward into union with your divine counterpart. So even though this is what they need to focus on together, it's still kind of an individual journey, but they're both working on these things at the same time, because the universe will usually like push you guys to work on things at the same time. Now sometimes one of the twins can get stuck. Typically it's the divine masculine, but if the feminine keeps working, most of the time the masculine will eventually catch up to her. Okay, so I'm going to ask, how does the masculine feel about this? How does the masculine feel about this focus work? How does he feel? How does the masculine feel about this focus? Oh, Justice. What a great card. How does the masculine feel about this focus? Six of Swords in reverse. And Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. Oh, lovely masculine. So the biggest message, because this card came right out, is he knows that this focus and going through these transformations in the 3D and the 5D and getting out of this wishy-washy back and forth, I don't know what I'm doing mindset, and bringing in the things in his life that are missing are going to bring justice to the connection. It's going to bring balance in, okay? This balancing of the scales is the biggest message. The divine masculines want the connection to be balanced. The divine masculines want to honor their divine feminine. That's what I'm hearing. Okay? So yeah, the masculine is feeling like he knows that this is what he needs to do to honor and bring balance to his feminine and his connection. He also knows that keeping his guard up is keeping him stuck, and he needs to open himself up if he's going to move forward. A lot of the masculines, like I'm saying, might still be a little bit stuck, so it might be a little bit before they let their guard down so they can get in their little boat and sail over to their feminine, but they understand what needs to be done, and that's almost, I don't want to say more important, but it's very good for them to be clear on that. All right, so how does the feminine feel about this focus work? Okay. She's getting the Emperor. How does the feminine feel about this focus work? Oh goodness. The Tower. And how does the feminine feel about this focus work? And the Queen of Cups. All right. For those of you that watched yesterday's video, the Emperor and the Tower came up on the feminine side. I can't remember the question that I was asked, but they came up together, and here they are coming up together again, and then we have this Queen of Cups here. All right, so let me get what she's feeling though, but that's, again, 4 cards that came out yesterday that are out again today. Okay. I feel like this Emperor is not the divine masculine. I feel like it's her own her own masculine energy that she's stepping into. I think she's had obviously some sort of tower moment, epiphany, some sort of breakthrough, and she is saying F this, and she's moving on. And when I say moving on, is now she's focusing on the other things that are missing in her life and taking care of that. Now she's not in this wishy-washy back and forth of, is he coming back, is he not? I feel like a lot of the feminines are assuming that is not coming back, and she's ready to go into a transformation. Like, she's had an epiphany around what she needs to do outside of the connection. I feel this is her sending love to her masculine, saying, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore, and I'm focusing on myself right now. It's also self-love too. Let's get a card on this Tower. Why is the Tower here? It'd be interesting to see what comes up. Is the Tower, I remember what the Tower got yesterday. What is the Tower? Oh, why is the Tower here? Well, there's lots of cards here. I'm not going to keep these, but I'm just going to show you what they are. We got the Tower again, so she's definitely had like some sort of explosive thing coming out of indecision. This is not being clear, but this is transforming, and then this is being like out of balance. So the feminine might have felt very out of balance and unclear about how she feels about the masculine or something like that, and she's just decided to, she had that Six of Swords, just decided to kind of transition on. So why is the Tower here? Okay, so we have the Sun with the Tower. That's such an interesting combination of cards because the Sun is the most positive card in the deck, and I wouldn't say the Tower is the most negative, but usually Tower moments feel very negative and unpleasant when they're happening. So it's like this unpleasant, unhappy moment that happened in the feminine's life is leading her to her happiness. She is focusing on transitioning and growing as a person. She is no longer indecisive, and I heard waiting. So it's like she's no longer waiting on her masculine to make a decision, and she is bringing in the things that have been missing in her life. Okay, so see how they're focusing on these things together, but yet it's different. Like it's gonna help them come to the same outcome, even though each one is focusing on their own individual thing. Okay, so what do the twins need to look out for? What do they need to look out for together in their connection? So we have Judgment in reverse. What do the twins need to look out for? Alright, I have two come out together. We have Five of Chalices and Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Oh goodness. I heard the word karmic, but we're not going to worry about that. Okay. Give me a minute to get the energy. Okay, so the biggest thing I'm feeling is with these two cards, Judgment in the reverse and then the Five of Cups, is that they need to not be so wrapped up in the emotions and the guilt and the regrets of the things that have happened in the past. They don't want to get wrapped up in that. For the feminines, it's like Judgment Day is not here. It's never going to come here. It makes me so sad. For the masculines, it's like I made her wait for so long. I kept Judgment Day away. That makes me so sad. So it's like they're both focusing on the fact that Judgment Day is, or I'm not saying focusing. They should both look out for getting caught up in feelings around the fact that Judgment Day is now here, and we don't want to get caught up in negative feelings of guilt, sadness, regret around the fact that Judgment Day is not here yet, is what Spirit's saying to look out for. Okay, then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The first word I heard was karmic. If you are somehow, okay, I'm sorry, let me redo this. Let me think. I'm hearing watch out for the karmic, and I don't mean that as like the masculine's karmic is going to do something to the feminine or anything like that. I feel like, again, it's like not getting wrapped up in negative emotions around the karmic person or a situation that is involved in your twin flame connection. So it's like you can be mad, like, for example, if the divine masculine is in a karmic situation and he's just having a really hard time leaving it, the feminine should not be mad at the karmic for the fact that the masculine will not leave. It is the masculine's choice to leave, and vast majority of the time karmics do not leave. It's the masculine that has to make the choice to leave or change it, whatever the karmic situation is in your connection. So that's what I'm feeling. It's like, don't have negative energy around the karmic that's involved in your that's involved in your twin flame connection, because it's not actually the karmic that's preventing the progress. It's the masculine or the feminine that's choosing to not resolve the issue that is blocking it. So if you're harboring negative feelings around your karmic or the karmic situation, then try to let that go. Okay, and that's what you should be looking out for. And remember, the karmic situation does not have to be a physical person. It can be a job, it could be a living situation, it could be a financial situation, it could be, it doesn't have to, it could be, you know, it can't be usually a romantic partner, but it can be other family members or friends, anyone that has a negative influence on your divine counterpart. It can be a karmic situation. So remember not to have negative feelings towards the karmic situation, because it is your divine counterpart's job to resolve those, okay? So how does the masculine feel about what issues to look out for? How does he feel about that? So again, we have the Hanged Man, we have the Queen of Coins. One more, please, for how the masculine feels about these issues. We have Seven of Cups. So I actually feel like the masculine is feeling pretty good about these issues, as in he's not letting them halt him from where he's going. He is taking in spiritual lessons right now. Sometimes this means in action in 3D, but it's like he's really digesting the spiritual lessons that have come with the twin flame connection that he may have ignored before. So this can be a good card, even though it seems like bad in the 3D because you can't actually see your masculine physically doing anything. But if he's digesting the spiritual lessons and he's getting himself in a really grounded place to actually take action in the 3D, then this is very positive. It's like he's not letting these issues get in his way anymore. With this Queen of Coins, if you watch my past videos, I would normally say this is a wife card, but I'm not feeling that today. I feel like this is the masculine getting in his grounding feminine energy again. And there's lots of green in both these cards, so I'm feeling like very nature-y vibes, like maybe the masculine's going out into nature, maybe he's camping or just going on a hike or somewhere very green and quiet, and he's really thinking about these things. And he's getting in his feminine energy, which is very good, right? We need to be balanced in our masculine feminine energy. And with this Seven of Cups, it's causing him to weigh his options. It's causing him to break down what he needs to do and figure out what problems need to be solved and how to address them so that he can move forward. Okay, so it's like he's seeing these issues that have been blocking him for so long as not an obstacle anymore. Even if he's not really acting in the 3D yet, he's getting there. All right, how does the feminine feel about these issues? How does the feminine feel about these issues? Okay, she has the Ace of Pentacles. That's too many cards. I'm going to put these back. I did see the King of Pentacles, so with the Queen there, that's like a power couple. That's good. All right, and we have the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Okay. The feminine is a little more not clear. Why is the Eight of Swords here? I'm just going to pull some clarifiers before we get started. Why is the Eight of Swords here? So I have Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. That's what I was feeling, is she's really feeling that these obstacles have kept her connection trapped and from moving forward, okay? This is forward movement in the upright. It's slow, but now it's in the reverse. So it's like almost complete halting. And that's what she feels, that these obstacles have prevented her from having new beginnings with her masculine, and it's made her felt very trapped and helpless, like she can't move forward because she's has been caught up in these feelings around the karmic or the fact that Judgment Day is not here. But then we have this Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So I think these issues are sparking a new beginning for her. I think for a lot of the feminines, again, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. I think they're starting to look for a job and a purpose that brings them passion and spiritual satisfaction, is what I'm hearing. If it's not a job, she might be volunteering somewhere. She might be offering spiritual services herself for people. I just feel like she's on a new path, and this is independent of the masculine. It's like, she's like, I can't do anything about these issues. There's nothing I can do. I can't move the connection forward. I can't change him or the situation. So I have to have a new beginning that's all my own. And I think that's what the feminine is doing. I think she still has some negative energy in these issues, but she is putting it into something positive and having a fresh start in her own life. And if you saw yesterday's reading, I think you guys need to go back and watch it. It's not very long, but so yeah, just give it a quick watch. There's a lot of commonalities between yesterday and today, not in just the specific cards, but in the messages that are coming out. So that's good that there's consistency. Okay, so now we're going to get some guidance. All right, Spirit, can we get some guidance for the twins, for them together? What guidance do we have for them in the connection together? All right. Ooh, we have these three flip over. We have the Two of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Swords upright, and Temperance upright. Okay. Give me 1 second to get the energy here. Okay. So what I feel like with this Two of Wands in the reverse, it's saying you know what you have to do. You're just not following through on it. You're just not making the choice to do what you need to do. So the advice from Spirit is make your choice and follow through on it. With this Ace of Swords, be clear on where you want to go and just go. When you make a choice and follow through on it, that's very satisfying for your soul, you're going to come into balance. Balance is coming, okay? I always point this out in my other readings, but in the Temperance card, most of the time she has these two cups that she's pouring into each other, which is a representation of the Two of Cups, which is soulmate connection, right? Soulmates coming together, union, coming into balance. Even balance of self is what this card is all about. This card is also about patience. I'm hearing that word, so they both need to be patient as they sort out these individual journeys that are merging, like kind of bringing them together. It's like it's like they're working on their own journey in their own lives and in their own minds, separate from each other, but at the same time, as you can see, they're working on very similar things. It's like it's bringing them together. Okay, so you've already made the choice. You already know what you have to do. You're just not following through on it. So it's time to be clear with yourself, honest with yourself, and follow through so that we can bring some balance in. And I feel like this is Spirit saying that I will balance you as you're going. Like, hold your hand, you know, like when you're walking. I'm seeing somebody walking on a balance beam, and their hand is being held so they don't fall off. So the Spirit's saying, I will keep you balanced as you're going through this journey, through these issues individually that will help, I don't know how to explain it. It's like they're working on these individually in their own world, but they're actually working on them together at the same time, even if they don't really know it. So this is what Spirit is saying, is like, I am holding your hand and balancing you as you walk down this balance beam. Okay. And then again with the patience, that word is coming up again. So just be patient with yourself. Okay. Let's get some guidance for the masculine. We have some guidance for the masculine. Oh, 10 of Cups. I'm being told to pull just one card. So it's like emotional happiness, fulfillment, white picket fence energy is coming. It's on the way. And keeping that in your mind and saying, this is what I want, this is where I want to go, is going to help the masculine follow through on these choices he's made, but hasn't acted on yet. Let's get some guidance for the feminine. Let's see if I can get just one card. Let's see if we can luck out and get just one card. Nope. Okay. Ooh, she actually got 3 cards. Okay, so we have the High Priestess, the World in reverse, and the Ace of Cups. So definitely listen to your own intuition, feminines, okay? If your intuition is telling you to do something, to follow through on something, to make a choice, to let the connection go, whatever it is, if your gut is screaming at you to do that, then that's what you need to do with this High Priestess. Follow your intuition. It's time to close out some old cycles. If you saw the video yesterday, this came up. So it's time to close out some old cycles that are kind of holding you back, not just from your connection or coming into union with your twin flame, but just in your life in general. So definitely get to work on closing those out. And you have the 2 aces here in the upright. So yeah, it's like fresh new beginnings for the feminine, and we're getting out of these old cycles. And Ace of Cups in reverse. I feel like this is telling the feminine not to focus on the lack of love or the fact that the masculine is not there yet. It's not important right now. Right now, you just need to focus on your own world and your own life and getting things sorted out for you, okay? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'm going to leave it here. Make sure you come back tomorrow for your soul growth zodiac readings. That's definitely going to help you out even more on figuring out your path and where you need to go and what you need to focus on. I have to work Saturday, so I don't know how I'm going to be able to upload the videos because I can only upload 10 every 24 hours. So I'm going to try to do 6 tomorrow and then try to do 6 before I go to work, but it literally takes like 3 hours for the videos to upload. So I don't know if they're going to all be up, so I apologize if they're kind of split. I may have to do some before work and then when I get home from work. So again, I apologize if they're a little bit split. But anyways, I felt like this was a good reading, and I will see you guys later. Bye.